Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Health, Mr. Brisbane, Honorable Prime Carlos, Your Excellency, President Emeritus, Dr. Louise Coleiro Preca, Director of the Foundation, President Foundation for the Human Society. It is truly my pleasure to welcome you to St. Anton, Paris, and to open today's conference. This conference has come at an ideal time. Important discussions are taking place in our country about the role and the responsibilities of the media. Let me begin by thanking His Excellency Dr. Louise Coleiro, President Emeritus, as patron of the Tumas Fenech Foundation for Education and Journalism. I must also commend Tumas Group, Ambassador Warren, where you were, there you were, and thank you, and the team at the President's Foundation for the Wellbeing of Society have partnered to facilitate this conference. The lineup of interesting speakers, both local and international, will surely give us plenty of food for thought about how the media can further contribute to assist the efforts of the private sector to achieve more effective corporate social responsibility and empathy. I am pleased to know that this conference will create the opportunity to bring together a diverse group of speakers, panelists, and audience members from different companies which are currently engaged in CSR initiatives to share their good practices and strategies. This conference is also a unique opportunity for networking. I have always considered corporate social responsibility to be a very essential contribution which the private sector makes towards the social good. In fact, back in 2015, I founded the Corporate Citizenship for Responsible Enterprises platform, known as the CORE platform. This platform, under the excellent leadership of Ms. Helga Elul, is doing so much to our socially responsible initiatives in Malta and those. Thank you, Helga. Furthermore, I'm pleased to note that this conference is also an opportunity to take our conversation about CSR and media partnerships to the next level. The roundtable held about CSR and the media in September was a well-attended preparatory meeting for this conference. I am also glad that diverse members of civil society have been invited to this conference with the aim to create a respectful space in which they will share their thoughts and suggestions on the subject matter. During sessions of consultation among my foundation for the Wellbeing of Society and the diverse NGOs, many of these organizations expressed concerns that their activities were not being given sufficient media coverage and that they could not afford to employ public relations specialists as part of their team. I believe that we must do more to motivate media representatives to respond to these concerns. I believe that the media has the important role to be a catalyst for education, information, and an objective and inclusive voice, especially on delicate and sensitive matters. The media, as the fourth estate of democracy, must maintain an ethical perspective which respects the dignity of all the members of society at all times. I am convinced that in this way, the media will be strengthening its own professional standards. I also believe that the media has a responsibility to help civil society in the social development of our country. This can be accomplished by actively engaging in the implementation of positive community initiatives and by providing the necessary coverage. At the same time, private sector stakeholders and non-governmental organizations will build greater trust in the local media by being given the opportunity to showcase their work that they are doing. I believe that corporate social responsibility is an important catalyst to bring together key stakeholders and to promote responsible social investment practices, both nationally and internationally, as it contributes to sustainable development. Corporate social responsibility has the ability to create constructive links between the private sector and society. I am convinced that the role of the media is necessary to give visibility to this important two-way communication process. For this reason, corporations, civil society, and the media have a duty to collaborate with one another. This collaboration will inspire others to follow their example of social responsibility. The role of the media as a guardian of the public good has a valuable contribution to make, to share information about CSR endeavors. Besides this contribution, the media can also act as a social conscience by reminding corporations about the need to give back to society and look beyond profits, by incorporating the principles of social justice in their work. It is encouraging that a large number of these businesses are already very engaged in some form of CSR. Let me therefore take this opportunity to commend the efforts of all those businesses who have made corporate social responsibility an intrinsic part of their endeavors. I would also like to take this opportunity to encourage those businesses who have not yet taken up CSR as part of their operations. I am convinced that such strategies for corporate social responsibility will be even more effective when they are linked with the mandate of the United Nations Agenda 2030 and its 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations Agenda 2030 offers us the most structured and powerful framework to achieve effective corporate social responsibility in today's world. Corporate social responsibility is in sync with the fundamental principles of the Sustainable Development Goals and the commitment that these goals portray to implement a global social solidarity approach. Another report by PricewaterhouseCoopers, published in 2015 and entitled Make It Your Business, Engaging with the Sustainable Development Goals, states that 70% of businesses across the world have already responded to the SDGs and that their CSR commitments are being led by Agenda 2030. Moreover, the same report goes on to say that an overwhelming 90% of citizens believe that it is important for all businesses to implement the SDGs. On concluding, let me urge the private sector to continue taking up CSR initiatives which are inspired by Agenda 2030 by adopting the SDGs as part of their proactive approach to development and sustainability. I am convinced that Maltese media has an equally powerful contribution to make by working alongside businesses and civil society organizations to give the SDGs the necessary visibility. This united effort will empower the Maltese Islands to achieve our global responsibility, to effectively address inequalities and to end all forms of discrimination, to stop the degradation of our environment, and to safeguard the full inclusion and the active participation of each and every member of our society.